And another reason why we did this work was because when we look at the current approach that the EU and the UK are negotiating with each other, we don't think that there is going to be much more available beyond the things that are being negotiated at the moment. And for the benefit of listeners, that's a deal on agri-food to reduce friction at the border for those kinds of products, a deal on energy, and some kind of youth mobility scheme. But when we looked at what happened with the discussions around SAFE, which is the Security Action Fund for Europe, this huge defence procurement project that the EU has done, they said to the UK, well, you can join it, but it will cost you an awful lot of money, at which point the UK negotiators said, that's too much, we're walking away. So the reality of the negotiating position is that even if we felt that a customs union was more popular, which our polling shows it isn't, in order to negotiate that with the EU, we would probably have to pay to play. We'd probably have to be paying into EU budgets. We would have to probably accept some kind of freedom of movement beyond the youth mobility scheme. And at that point, even hardened pro-Europeans like me say, well, hang on a minute. Do we really want to be paying into EU budgets with very little say? All the pay and none of the say, that rule taker max position, if you like, which is exacerbated with a single market option. We're a very big economy. We're part of the G7. Really, we should be there at the heart of Europe, shaping decisions, making decisions, using our veto where we need to in order to get the best deal for Britain. And that is what voters realise. And then you compound it all with what has happened with this return of Donald Trump to the White House. And that has made people realise that our future and our economic and defence security probably lies much closer to liberal, internationalist democracies in Europe than it does with an unreliable partner in Washington.
I suspect that Donald Trump line is right at the top of people's thinking.